得意なの魂と夢を君に頼みます。
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the One Piece chapter reactions. We're going to be reacting to chapter 971 called Sentenced to Boil. And we got Gang Bijou's Oh My Family on the cover again. Keep going, Gotti. It's all up to you. So it seems like everything, the others got ambushed by the love cure or whatever. Or like the love disease that's going on. So yeah. If you want to read with me, again, I'm using the Shonen Jump app, like the official translation. So again, I already explained that many times before. This is probably the last time I explain it. I will skip Fridays because Fridays, even though it might be out, it might have rough fan translations. So I want to be just accurate and get the most and like the most accurate stuff when it comes to the manga. So yeah. So if you're going to read along, that's where I'm reading it at. So let's start. Jump start? I think I combined the two words into jart. Don't eat that, Momonosuke. It hasn't been tasted for poison yet, mother. Why is my life in danger? Okay, so I think Momo's basically, I mean, he's still young here, obviously. I mean, I think he's around the same age as he is now, or a couple years older maybe. But yeah, he's basically just new to this world, like he doesn't know what's going on. Because your father is a great man, and you are meant to one day carry the nation on your shoulders. It's safe for you, Lord Momonosuke, Lady Hiyori. Mother, is it true that today father will be... Oh. I wonder how long we have for the flashback, because it's going really fast. Like we're already, I feel like we're near the end of the flashback already. The public execution of Kozuki Oden and his 9 vassals will begin momentarily. Oh my god. Look at that. Like, this is where he has to boil? It literally looks like a... Let me move my head so I can focus. It literally looks like a stew pot made in hell. Like, what is that? It's literally flames all around him like a giant... Okay, well. Hurry, it's not every day you get to see it boiling. It only takes a second because they use oil. Oh, that hurts. I can't even stand when I get like the grease or whatever popping from when I like you fry chicken or whatever. I can't stand that shit. And imagine like boiling yourself in oil. Okay, so it couldn't be Kaido in the end. Ooh, even for a fool of a lord, I thought his strength was the real deal. So what was he good for anyway? Oh man, and you have Kaido and Orochi at the top, just chilling out, drinking their sake. Actually, I think there's a better... Yeah, there they go. Hey. People are calling out Odin, but guess what? Look what he did to Kaido. Look what he did to the man Kaido. I see bandages. Wounded Kaido. That's a fact. I request they give me a chance. It is imperative that I survive. Ooh. What does he... Into the pot already. No more jokes. Don't beg for your life now. Oh no. Oh, that. Ooh, he tossed the guy that was pushing him over. He was trying to push Odin over and did he slip? Yeah, he slipped into the oil. He slipped into the oil because of how dumbass he is. That's not even proper English. Anyway. Man, oh no, stay away. Oh, he's a skeleton. Oh, that's disturbing. They are not gonna show that in the anime at all. They're gonna probably show him fall, and they're probably gonna cut to maybe something, but that image right there of him like on the floor laying down there, they are not gonna show that in the anime. That's actually really brutal. All 10 of us will enter the pot together. If any of us withstand the boiling for the amount of time you agree upon. Lord Odin, what is this? Withstand? This is an instantaneous death sentence. Mwahaha. Go get a clock to count the time. Yes, sir. You have 1 hour. Man, alright, look. Kaido talking a bunch of trash for a man that basically got one-shotted. Let's see you last that long. It's enough time to get lightheaded in the bath. Yo, again, talking a lot of smack for a guy that got one-shotted. I'm just saying. I mean, he played dirty. He's a pirate. I understand that, but he got one-shotted. Do I have your word on that? Of course. He still won't just give up. Can you make it quick? I've got errands to run. Pathetic to the very end. You call this pathetic? Don't let our Lord go alone after him, and we'll meet again in the afterlife. All of you get on top of the plank. Huh? Lord... Oh, what a boss! Yo! Nah, man. You can't make fun of Odin anymore, man. How in your right mind, I know these people are corrupted by the Orochi and everything, but how do you see this image and think it's pathetic? He's in boiling oil, carrying his 9 scabbards on top of a plank. No, Lord, stop this. I ought to be the other way around, and we should be the ones to hold you up. Just shut up and stay there. This is an order. He is standing in a pot of boiling oil, surrounded by fire, holding up basically his family for an hour. What's going on? His vessels aren't even touching the oil, but all 10 of them are within the pot. It's true, very entertaining. Well done, Odin. He's holding up 9 great big men on his own. That would take incredible physical strength already, but to do it while standing in boiling oil. Lord Odin. That's what I'm saying! Oh man, it makes me mad. It makes me mad how these people are like, oh, he's pathetic. Just go in the oil, boil. Oh, like, shut up. Oh man, this is making me more sick. I felt better before I started recording, and now these people are making me mad. Lord Odin, and then like he's just champing it out. He's just chatting it out. TikTok. Lord Odin, put us down. Oh my god, I don't even want to know how the bottom of his body looks like.
クイナの魂と夢を君に頼みます。
So I was looking at the panel and just Denjiro in general, because we haven't seen him in current era Wano. And Denjiro looks a lot like Zoro's teacher. I think his name's Koshiro, right? Because I don't think Denjiro's Kyoshiro, the boss. He looks too... He got a much angular like thing. He looks young, especially if Denjiro didn't get time swapped like the other samurai did, so he got older. So Denjiro is Zoro's teacher. I'm willing to bet money. Not really, but because I don't have any. But I'm willing to bet that is Zoro's teacher. Will we see him in this arc? I don't think so. He's running a dojo. But if he somehow heard of this and he somehow got a message from people trying to gather the people with the crescent moon crest, it's possible. It is entirely possible. Because he probably, after Odin died and all the scabbards disappeared and everyone died, he probably was like, you know what? Like Ashura Doji became a criminal. So this man probably left Wano. Put us down. What's the matter? It hasn't even been 1 minute yet. Oh, man. Tick tock, tick tock. How strong can one man's skin be? Oh, my goodness. And they got the shinobis pretty much. Oh my god, I feel as though the heat alone is going to bake me alive. Stop whining, Rizo, or I'll really give you something to complain about. All we gotta do is stand here. Don't move, cat. The shifting will weigh on him below. Oh, there goes a glimpse of... Oh my goodness. You can see, like, his vessels and, like, his... Like... Bro. His skin, his blood vessels are popping. It's, like... He's bleeding from the mouth and nose. Odin! Wow! It's only been 4 minutes! I heard it was only supposed to take a second. This is surprisingly boring. Yo, shh. Oh! I thought he'd be screaming and dying in agony and such. I'm gonna get going now. I can't waste any more of my time on this fool, Lord. How dare you call him that? Say it one more time and I'll end your life. What's that woman doing? Look out, she's got a sword, a kunoichi? Stop. You are the fools. That's Shinobu, Captain. What is Shinobu doing? Why is she making a scene? Oh, alright, look. I gave Shinobu crap. You know what? I liked Shinobu. I obviously was just trolling and memeing on the whole, like, how she looks now. But, like, her in general, like, as a character so far in this flashback has been very enjoyable. The only thing is, like, I feel like we should have got more character for Toki when we already got Shinobu as a modern character, and we can, like, guess her loyalties and stuff through there. But Toki we haven't really gotten to know almost at all. Alright, Shinobu's all like, who do you think has been ensuring that you all live in peace? If you lose Lord Oden now, you'll all come to understand. You'll know just how much misery he kept at bay. Orochi is no shogun or even a dictator. Orochi doesn't want to rule over a populace. If you ask me, every single person in this land is guilty of persecuting the Kurozumi clan. I don't care if every last one of them dies. I took the shogun's throne to drive this country into ruin to complete my vengeance. You know what? I know people like were weird about some people didn't like Orochi's voice in the anime because they were expecting him to sound very, if you know Tekken, you know him, and he did like a very cowardly sniveling voice like this, you know, like very, that could fit. But for like a character like Orochi who's also very condescending, very slimy, you know, very, you know, very grimy, he's the voice actor that voiced Hogback is perfect because he can go those very high pitches. If you guys remember when he does like voice, and like he has a very like creepy but like slimy but like dark voice, and like the way Orochi is, I don't think I can imagine a better voice than he has right now. Years ago, my grandpa committed a crime and was forced to commit seppuku. Our clan fell into ruin, and that was one thing. It's the Kurozumis. But then the rest of the family left behind was chased and terrorized by strangers who claimed they were performing justice. They beat us, threw us in the river, killed us. I was so terrified of the mob of fools that I couldn't sleep. The man who committed the crime was long dead at this point, the bloodline of the daimyo killer. Apparently even a child can be a criminal if he happens to have the Kurozumi name. So everyone in Wano is a target for my vengeance. You will reap what you've sown. So this is what he told Oden before, but we didn't get to hear it. Then, from a room in the back, he produced a tribute for Kaido, a great stock of weapons and many hundreds of kidnapped people. They will be sold, tortured, or killed. Once handed over, their lives would be finished, their fate sealed. Lord Oden was furious, but oh, they got a clash. What this is this? Oh, so they did have a clash in the palace, but they didn't show it. But here it is. Again, this is why sometimes I prefer the One Piece anime, because Oda doesn't have enough time or space to show as much as he wants. So I think the One Piece anime, when it gets to this specific part or this like flashback, I really do think they're gonna improve on the flashback and probably flesh some stuff out. I wouldn't even mind a Toki filler episode, because it really feels like Toki just, oh hey, I want to go to Wano, and then we had Chadden or Odin, you know, whatever. Stole that from King of Lightning, and then he just shows up and he's just like swimming. Oh look, it's a big fat dude, but then he saves her, and then he's on the boat with Whitebeard, and then years pass, they have kids already. Like we don't get much of her, like, you know. So she seems cool, but we don't have any idea of her. So, and like, you know, we might see a little filler like scene of Odin fighting Kaido, you know, stuff like this. Then Orochi made a suggestion. You want to stop the kidnapping, but if you go to war against us, you will lose far more than you bargained for. The enemy was an agent of vengeance with no interest in the good of the country. It was clear that more would be lost in just a question of victory or defeat. So Lord Oden chose to accept Orochi's offer. If he made a public dance in the buff at the same time every week as an apology to the Kurozumi clan, then he will lose all of his standing, but he would save hundreds of lives with each dance. He trusted their promise that 5 years later they would agree to sail away from this country when they were done building their ships. So he traveled from region to region every week, making certain that nothing had changed. Okay, so I didn't know that. So they promised to leave after 5 years of him doing that. For all of these years, Lord Odin has been protecting this land. So tell me again, who are you calling a fool of a lord? Oh, that's the end of the chapter. Oh man, I was getting like so into it. Okay, yeah, Shinobu is a really good character now. Like, she was cool, you know, like, you know, chunky, whatever. It was just a meme. Chunky, cool, like, oh, the son of a mature woman, blah blah blah. But like now, like, I see her standing up for Odin and stuff like that. I personally would have preferred if it was Toki, but Toki wouldn't have known this info, right? So it does make sense that Shinobu, because she was probably, you know, ninja spying. So, but man, I'll say this: Odin as a character, that's the end of the chapter. By the next week is the February 21st is the next chapter. Odin as a character, I think got more depth this chapter. Like nothing much happened in the sense of like plot progression, because we're just getting like, this was basically a revelation chapter. So we got Shinobu explaining to us what's happening, what happened, what was said, the mystery, what was said in Orochi's castle. And it was something I pretty much like picked up on when I first read the chapter. If you want to go back to my reaction for that, I don't know which episode that was, but it was very obvious to me from the get-go that it was something that Odin had to do to protect the people of Wano. It was just like, it's just a story thing. Like, I've seen a lot of movies, blah blah blah. Like, I know a lot about story structure and all that because I took a class and everything. So I know how a story is structured. I know certain cues and hints. Again, I know a lot of people probably figure this out. I'm nothing special, but I'm just saying, like, I figured out that it was something to do with the people and stuff like that, because it's obvious, right? Why would he do something and embarrass himself over something like that was said, right? It feels something like, oh, we're gonna, you know, like, we're not gonna harm the people, or we're just gonna, like, you know, whatever. Then Odin would have just killed both of them, right? Like, nothing. So it's something that was very foreshadowed, so it's nothing that surprising. But everything that he's doing right now is really impressive. He's in boiling oil, and he's not even using like armament haki to protect himself. It doesn't look like it. I think he has chains. Yeah, he has chains on, right? Let me see. Let me just double check. I don't even think. I don't think he does actually. Wait a minute. No, he does have chains on. I'm assuming that's like the way it did for Luffy and Co. It does limit like their haki and stuff. So, and it does require some concentration. So I don't think it's, you know, easy for him to concentrate while holding them and also burning from his waist down. So, yeah. Great chapter though. I mean, it just shows Odin's will. This chapter was really about just Odin's will and his will to protect those he cares about, the people of Wano, his friends, his scabbards, his family. Like, the beginning did show like a little bit of like, you know, of Toki and, you know, and Momonosuke and stuff. But again, my only criticism of this flashback is that Toki just doesn't feel like a character. Like, she has such an important devil fruit to send people through time and send herself through time, but we don't know anything about her. But again, maybe, hear me out, maybe it's because Toki is still alive. That's all I can probably think of. Maybe Toki is still alive and she's in Onigashima or something. That's how I'm feeling right now, because Oda is a weird person where it comes to like, he'll give a lot of characters to people that you don't really like know, like Tonoyasu or Yasue. We didn't know much about him, and then comes to find out, oh, he did this, he did that, you know, he led the rebellion, or like, you know, he's spreading the message out there, and he's also Otoko's father, right? So I feel like because he's not showing us much of Toki now, Toki might be still alive, but I don't know, that's just a random theory, but we'll see. But overall, I like the chapter a lot. Odin is just badass as per usual. The artwork was great. Seeing Odin like in the fires and oil holding up stuff like that, crazy. The fact that he's not even like budging compared to like the other person that found the oil and died like instantly. He's like there. But again, very brutal. I think this part is probably one of the more heavily censored parts in the anime, because it's like it's oil, it's burning oil. You're standing in burning oil. It's like you could literally see like his blood vessels and like his skin, and like it's rough. So again, enough talking. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, finish the video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.